So a lot of you have asked, what do I invest in? What does my finances look like? I would love to share them today. These are the few things that I'm invested in myself, starting from private ventures. So that's my investment into our own businesses like Chubby Cattle, the Xpot, NXT. These are projects that we work on that I personally invested capital into. So I think private ventures are great, especially when you're at a young age, because the growth of private ventures is the highest compared to any equity market or real estate, as you can really own in your craft and build your business, build your brand. The value and the growth of that is much higher than any other form of investment if you put $1,000 into, statistically speaking. The second thing I invest into, I probably 80% of my funds are in private venture. The rest of the 20% are in different public equity. When you're investing in stocks, I believe in ETFs. I don't trade individual stocks anymore. I believe in companies, tickers like QQQ, TQQQ, TQQQ. Yeah. So triple leveraged ETFs or even normal ETFs for that solid, consistent gain over 10 years. Now, when you invest in an ETF, you want to make sure you're willing to hold for the next 10 years. I think statistics show that if you hold in the market for 10 years of any funds, your 99% is positive versus a 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, or 10 year hold. So if you can leave your investment for 10 years or 20 years, you'll be successful and always 99% of the time be positive. So I put mine in TQQQ and QQQ because I believe in the future of technology. I believe in their exponential growth, and they've already done the work of selecting the top 50 or top 100 companies and charge minimal management fee, much lower than hedge funds, and they always outperform hedge funds in general. So I park my funds in there. I don't pick stocks, individual stocks, as I don't think I have the analytical power to do so, and I believe in the big market theory. If you're looking to make that 15%, if it's triple leverage and it's 45% a year, put your money in TQQQ or QQQ or any other SPY funds or in Dow Jones, whatever you believe in. Because if you hold a 10-year period, it's always a plus. 20-year period, it's 100% gain when you hold into a market fund like that. So I have a portion of that in those tickers. Then I have about 5 to 10% inside crypto, which is you can purchase on Coinbase or Robinhood. Then I send it to a service I use personally. I'm not paid by any of them, called Nexo, N-E-X-O, where it's a fintech company that basically loans out your crypto, collateralizes your crypto and loan it out to other people. In return, you make a 6% interest on annualized 6% interest on your Bitcoin, or a 10% interest on your USD coins, which is basically the same as your US dollars, a 10% interest, I believe, on USD. So rather than putting most of my funds in the bank, I'm making 10% on interest. Again, well, be careful that this is not FDIC insured, so your bank has that $250,000 per account FDIC insured. This company, Nexo, doesn't have that FDIC, so there is a default risk with the company, just like Lending Club, which I also use to loan out money to other individuals, where you make that 6 to 7% a year on your return, annualized. Fundrise is another company I use to invest some of my funding. It's called eREIT. So you basically can invest shares of real estate online, and you make about 15 to 20% return annualized. Sorry, it depends, 8 to 20% return. It depends on the product that you invest in with the risk level, which is really nicely shown by Fundrise or by Lending Club. You can see the different tiers of loans. Is it AA plus or ABCD? So you can see all these different types of loans and fit your risk adjusted return. You can choose to invest in those. I think those are great. Lastly, I invest in income generating properties. So these are properties that have a high cap rate. What that means is return on your investment on a monthly basis from rent versus cash. So where can you find these high cap rate properties? You're actually looking at low income areas in general, not city areas where the valuation of the houses are driven really high. So you're not really looking at appreciation in the house value. So for me, I have properties invested in Indiana, for example, where you can make that 15 to 20% return a year just from rent. But keep in mind, you're no longer getting that appreciation on properties. So where do I think is a great place to invest in real estate that has both appreciation and a good cap rate of 6 to 8%? Vegas, Texas. These are great places to get both that appreciation and value in the long term, and also a nice dividend or rental income for your ownership in the property. So to break down, most of my investment, as I'm young, I think I'm young, considered relatively speaking, at 26, is in private ventures on things that I'm working on myself that I have full control over. And then the rest of 20% is in the stock market, ETF funds, and also crypto, and inside Nexo, basically paying out that nice interest on the holdings that you have. Lastly, rental income generating properties. And if you have any questions or tips on your investment strategies, please leave them in the comment below. I would love to see them. I'm sure the viewers will love to see how you invest your excess cash. And if you have any questions, feel free to DM me. I would love to answer to the best of my knowledge, and see you next time.